like the way she's so close to the boards. Makes it difficult for balance and checking the coming out of the jump. Oh, triple flip. Rotation was certainly not complete in that one.
Marks for Yukiko Kashihara for technical merit. Mérite de technique.
Yukiko Kashihara, who interprets music so beautifully, had a little difficulty with the technical merit in her program, but still the marks respectable from 5-0 to 5-3.
There were some really lovely things in the program, and she seemed to be able to put the errors behind her. Still pulled off some of the triple jumps even after the falls.
We would expect the second marks for artistic impression to be somewhat better, up to 5.5. So that puts her in second place in the competition at this point, behind Patricia Neske, the West German. Yukiko is a young Skalia Lebedeva, the Soviet Union. She is the physical exception to the rule for women figure skaters. She is tall and willowy in many ways. Looks like a dancer, very dramatic persona on the ice. Has that ability to take the technically difficult and make it look very easy.
Natalia can be rather hot and cold when it comes to the consistency of her triple jumps. So much of how well she will skate will be determined by the very first trick there, the double axel. A little iffy perhaps coming into the first triple jump. Elected to double loop. back spin made even lovelier and faster, starting with the arms out and then pulling in to increase her speed. Somebody else's feet out there today, Dan. No, you see the fear on her face. Makes it tough to pull even the doubles off well.
The marks when we come back. We are back live in Cornwall, Ontario, in a very rocky performance by Natalia Lebedeva, who is capable of skating so much better than she did today.
It was almost like she was to Oz. You know, she wasn't here. She wasn't in.
She was using my feet.
Skate, yeah, using your feet. The combination gave her trouble too. One of her best jumps, the triple toe, she kind of squished out of it, hopped into a half loop and then double souted. Did save it to some extent, but wow, it was a fight, a real struggle all the way.
She was in third place after the original program. I do not believe she's going to be able to maintain that placing.
Some very nice spins, however. Good rotation, nicely centered. This is called a corkscrew spin, so named because of the way the free leg moves across the skating leg. It's also called a fast scratch spin.
Lebedeva is the Soviet senior champion, 5th at the Worlds in '89, and the marks are now going up on the board for technical merit. The first round of marks, 5-0 to 5-4. Marks took a while. I'm sure the judges may have been a little surprised at what they were seeing.
She's not always solid. Can't count on her.
5-3, 5-5, 5-0.
The marks for artistic impression better from 5-0 to 5-5. But she will not be very pleased with her performance here today. You're looking now at Christy Yamaguchi. She is the current leader.
Some of my notes, Dan. Watch this girl's effortless control in the air. She kisses the ice as she skates. None of that pumping and pushing to get up. Very cool facade. Not too emotional, but exquisitely balletic to watch. Combination will tell us a lot. She rarely misses it. This is the triple Lutz combination. She had planned a triple jump to follow as well, but just kind of sat right down on the landing. She never misses that. Back on track with the triple flip.
So many terrific elements in the routine for Kristi Yamaguchi, but it's difficult to forget the sight of her falling twice. The gods of skating are not smiling on Cornwall today.
She is certainly a skater that is known for the consistency of her triple jumps, but wow, there was some real trouble, and yet she kept fighting back. Right after the triplets, this was the triple flip that was done so very well. She had planned for the first triplets to have it in combination. The triple Salchow was another problem. It seemed like she wasn't getting the height. Certainly her balance was not over the landing foot. And with the torque and velocity that comes off of the takeoff edges in the triple jumps, man, you have to be there, even if your shoe size is only 3.5. This was the second triple Lutz jump. It worked okay. Squeaked out. It wasn't one of her best, but she still managed to pull it off, and at the end of her program.
Kristi Yamaguchi is not a tall lady, 4 feet 11, 82 pounds. She has terrific power for someone so small. She gets great height and makes it appear so effortless. She's also the U.S. pairs champion.
With Rudy Galindo. That's right.
Something of a rarity in the elite competition we see today in figure skating. Judges having, again, some difficulty deciding where do we rank these skaters. Yamaguchi currently 6th in the world. Ranked 2nd at home behind Jill Trenery, who is skating as if she were somewhat disinterested at the moment. So this lady could be the next American champion. Here come the first marks for technical merit, and they're excellent. 5.4 to 5.7. The current leader in the combined results is Natalia Lebedeva. I'm sure it will be Kristi after these marks come up for artistic impression, and sure enough, she's going to move into the top spot of 5.8 for artistic impression. Certainly she'll have the raucous approval of this full house in Cornwall today.
You're sure right, Dan. This is another skater who kisses that ice. She has such respect for it. It looks like she lives for every edge. Beautiful, clean style. Watch on the landing of the jump. She carries her free leg very high. Here comes the first one. Triple toe.
Canada's Lisa Sargent. We are back live in Cornwall, the Sun Life Skate Canada International, awaiting the marks for Canada's Lisa Sargent. No question that Lebedeva and Yamaguchi left the door ajar. I don't think Lisa has managed to kick it open.
Nope, it was another one of those performances, much like Christy Yamaguchi's, fighting all the way. A couple of good elements, though. Very good double axel jump. Tight rotation. She has a beautiful back, a very strong position there. You see the very high free leg, but not so lucky on the triple toe. The setup, the toe taps in, up she goes. Landed with both feet on the ice. It looked like it could have been okay, but the upper part of the body didn't seem to get around so that it was coming out of the jump the same way the feet were.
Lisa has been plagued by confidence problems in the past. She does look disappointed.
That's the kind of thing that only comes with experience. I mean, last year in Canadian Nationals was her first national event, and whoops, there she is at third place in seniors. And I think psychologically it takes many years for a skater to feel that they have earned that spot.
18 years of age, Lisa Sargent from Edmonton. Both of the marks for technical merit. 3.50s up to a 5.5. And there's the reaction. Shrug.
Artistic expression. 5.2, 5.4.
For artistic impression, 1.50 and then up to a 5.4. The CTV computer says she is now in 5th position, so Christy Yamaguchi is still the leader, followed by... And this is a young lady that really impressed me in practice, Simone Lang. I was not familiar with her material. She's from East Germany, and she has a real confidence about her, almost cocky attitude. She's got that straight back. She holds the head erect and appears to be a pretty tough cookie. Second after the original programs, she knows the door is open for her to walk in.
It doesn't matter how good a skater you are if you can't keep your nerves under control and do it when you have to. That Simone is skating right through at center ice makes you wonder, plus all the falls, whether there isn't something at fault with the ice surface. enjoy Simone's energetic style, but sometimes the manner in which she skates is almost frantic, and it stops you from enjoying those parts that are really good. I think it needs some discipline with it.
East Germany's Simone Lang, was it good enough? We are back live in Cornwall at the Sun Life Skate Canada International. Simone Lang of East Germany still awaiting her marks. She was in second position after her first routine 2 nights ago. The first routine, the original programs were, I thought, much better than the free skates we've seen today. And she just wants to know if the judges are going to smile on her today and slip her past Kristi Yamaguchi of the United States, who is the current combined results leader. She also won the short program. Natalia Lebedeva, the Soviet Union, in second place, and West German Patricia Neski has moved up into third position. But this lady happens to be coached by Jutta Mueller, who coached Katharina Witt to the world and Olympic titles.
And there's a look at the judging panel. Having some tough decisions to make here.
Well, the judges not only have to give a score for each skater, they have to be able to place them. Now they have to decide, was Lang better than Yamaguchi? Was Yamaguchi better than Lang?
There were a lot of errors, and I think when there is a kind of competition like we're having here today, where there are a lot of fall downs, that makes it really tough and hard on the judges.
Technical merit, here come the marks. 1.52 up to a 5.6, mostly 5.3s and 5.4s.
5-3, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4. Les notes pour impression artistique. 5-4, 5-3, 5-3.
The marks for artistic impression as they go up on the board. CTV's computer says they are not enough. American Kristi Yamaguchi will win the women's singles title here at the Sun Life Skate Canada. You can see the scores, 5-3 to 5-5. We'll be right back.
Steve, what was it like skating out there today?
Well, I felt all right, not perfect, obviously, but everything else felt okay.
How do you deal with an error when it happens in the program?
Well, like when I fell, I just try to, think ahead, and, once you fall, you have to get up and go on with the program.
That kind of composure must take a lot of practice, too.
Yes, pretty much. That's the way I train. If I make a mistake in my program, I keep going, I don't stop. It's the only way you can build up and keep consistency.
What's next for you?
Next month, I'm going to Japan for an NHK competition.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more from Skate Canada and Sun Life Skate Canada International right after this.
Thank you.
Rarely has anyone taken Canada by storm like Barbara Ann Scott when she won the World Championship in Stockholm in 1947. The Ottawa beauty was the first non-European to win the world's gold. Then the Winter Olympics to keep the Canadian fever pitch. Canada was still celebrating when she went back the next year to really ice the cake. She won the world gold in Davos and the Olympic gold in St. Moritz. unforgettable moments in Canadian sports history. A golden...
Another look at the winner of the ladies' singles competition at the Sun Life Skate Canada International just moments ago, Christy Yamaguchi of the United States. One of the great stories in figure skating, this young lady born with severely clubbed feet wore a series of casts as an infant and then wore special shoes. She began dancing and skating for therapy. And this is where it comes to. Christy Yamaguchi finishing on top of a world-class field. Simone Lang of East Germany, second place. Natalia Lebedeva, the Soviet, in third position. We'll round out the rest of the final standings. Patricia Neski certainly redeeming herself somewhat for a very disappointing original program. Yukiko Kashihara of Japan in fifth position. The top Canadian, Lisa Sargent, and there's the rest of the top eight. John, the gods of figure skating were not smiling on the ladies today.
No, we've learned one thing, that after you've done your original, your short program, you then hope that they'll be able to repeat in the long program, and often it's a very difficult thing. Yamaguchi was brilliant because she could recover from triples that were lost and put them back in, whereas Lang could not do that. When she made a mistake, it cost her.
Yamaguchi ranked 6th in the world, but she's #1 in Cornwall, and we'll be back with more live coverage in just a moment.